Alrighty guys, I've got an issue. I've got too much oil in my air intake system. You know where it's coming from. I know where it's coming from. I tried the cheap way, getting an eBay catch can. Even tried putting some filter material in there myself. It just doesn't work. It really has me at my wit's end, having to take it all apart and clean it all out every couple of months. So, I've got one of these. I finally took the plunge. Now I'm going to install it. Alrighty, so this is the cheapest eBay catch can I could find that looked okay. It separates at the bottom so I can empty it easily, but there is absolutely no filter material inside it at all. Absolutely nothing. We plumbed it over from the rocker cover over to here and then back into the air intake over there. Everything was going fantastic for like 6 months. No issues, not a real lot of oil going through, and just a little bit in here. But something has changed. I don't know whether the engine is wearing more or what, but there is a lot of oil in these lines now. It came to the stage where there was oil leaking out of this pipe here from coming into the turbo. Because of that, I emptied all that out and I cleaned that out. I disconnected this pipe coming out. So essentially this catch can is just a reservoir and venting into my engine bay. Absolutely not safe and, you know, illegal. But I had to do it for a temporary fix so that my engine didn't kill itself. Now, obviously, once this Pro kit is, ProVent is in place, it'll all be legal and it should function as normal. So I'm going to rip this guy out, throw it in the bin. I'm going to rip this piping out, throw it away, take all of this air intake off, the intercooler. I think I'll leave the other pipe though. I'll take all of that off, I'll kerosene it and metho it, clean it all out really well. I'm going to take the front part of the turbo off, make sure that's all nice and clean, because I have been getting some skimming happening at the high rev ranges. I think it has something to do with the oil. I think there's an excessive amount of oil in there. So yeah, I'm going to take everything off, make sure it's all clean, install the vent kit, and then we're going to have a brand new system and everything's going to be nice and clean. And hopefully this will never happen again, or at least for a long time. Alright, so I got the cheap eBay catch can off the car. So you can see there's a lot of oil on there just from the oil vapor. So let's open her up, see exactly what's inside here. That was one main feature about this. I thought it was fantastic. They're just unscrewed. A lot of them are just enclosed with a drain. Oh yeah, right off the bat you can see there's just so much oil in there. Just look at that. That's just the vent. That's the incoming vent, and then it's meant to go back out there, but there's nothing to filter the actual vapor itself. You can see here I got some scour pad, old steel scour pad, to catch some of the vapor, and it certainly did its job. It caught it. I don't know if you can see in there, but there's a bloody lot of oil in there. And that is about a week's worth of oil. There must be 30 ml of oil in there, at least. So not fantastic, certainly not, and you definitely do not want oil in your air intake system. So now I'm just going to clean the air intake, give it a good Caro the intercooler, make sure there's no oil inside the fins, and then we'll get to installing the oil separator kit from ProVent. Okay, I finished cleaning the air intake, so let's have a look at what's in the box. Oh yeah, that's the contents. Got the main unit itself. Little instructions and sticker pack. The mounting plate, which I don't think I'm going to be able to use. All the little fittings, and some various lengths of hose. Right, let's have a look. Okay, so the ProVent is installed now. Just had to move the fuel filter onto the other side of this mounting plate here. Not knowing I had installed the fuel filter on this side where the ProVent had to go. So I was able to use the bracket provided in the kit as well, which is really good. So now I'm just going to put the rest of the air intake on and then connect up this hose coming out, going back into the air intake. Okay, everything's installed now, all the pipes are up and everything is zip tied securely into place. Zip tied there, one at the back here, and everything is connected, oil free. And I've also run the oil line down to the bottom. As you can see just here, that little orange thing, that is the bleeder valve. So if she fills up with oil, we just undo that. It says to drain it out every 4,000, 5,000 Ks, so I'll definitely be doing that so it doesn't back up into the filter and then go into the air intake. So yeah, pretty great product by the look of it. We'll see how it goes. Probably easy to install if it's stock standard and you haven't done anything to it, because I had this oil filter in, the fuel filter in the way. It was a bit of a tricky situation to move all that around. So yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. Alrighty, now it's been about 3 weeks, so let's open her up and see how much oil this has stopped. There's a little bit of oil on the top of the cover there, but that's to be expected. That's the incoming section. So looking at that, that was a light grey / a white when that originally went in, so that has definitely got some oil held up in the fibre there. And you can see if I hold that up to the camera enough, the filter itself is actually it's actually like a fibre, like you can see the fibres in there holding the oil. So it's definitely doing its job. There's no oil leaking out any of these pipes here. I've run my finger inside the air intake and there's nothing in there either. So that's pretty cool. I think she's doing its job. So overall so far, I think it's a great investment.